Oh, c'est bon.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Before we start, I just want to check that you guys can hear us.
I don't know if
So
they see us here.
as soon as you can see us and hear us, just let us know.
Oh, there you
go. And we'll be starting.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Can you guys hear us? If someone can comment in the chat.
Yeah, we'll be taking a look at the live chat during the webinar. So if you have any questions or comments or any concerns that you have with the new dashboard, we'll be able to answer you. And we'll also be taking any questions. So just let us know. So I'm going to start. My name is Clara. You may have spoken to me through the chat. I take care of most of the customer support here at Return Magic, and I also do a lot of product management. And Carson?
Yeah, like Clara said, I'm Carson. I'm a developer at Return Magic, and I've been working on the new dashboard for a few months now, actually. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to show you guys what we have.
Yeah, it's going to be super cool. So, Carson, if you want to just tell us a bit of the vision that you guys had on the team for the new dashboard.
Yeah, so our vision for the new dashboard was to, we had two objectives in mind. So one was a UX overhaul and the other was a UI overhaul. So in terms of UX, we wanted to make things more productive and efficient for merchants, especially power users. So during the demo, Clara will show you the small differences we did to make things more efficient and productive for merchants. In terms of functionality, the new dashboard has the same thing. In fact, there's even more functionality, so that's super cool. The other objective, which is the UI objective, so we just wanted to make things more visually appealing, and we wanted the colors to match the Return Magic branding. So yeah. I'll let Clara continue with the demo.
Great. So I'll show you guys the new dashboard. What I'm going to show you is in our staging application. So you can see this is a staging environment. We want to show you our new features, which is why we're showing you the staging environment. But so this will be gone. So welcome to the dashboard. So to start with, maybe go through a full flow. We're going to show you. So as you can see, the design has been remade completely, but you still have everything that you used to have over here. If you click on our return view, we've made a lot of information, the same information that was here before. We've made it just more easily available to you guys. And we also tried to make it as consistent as possible. So it really stays the same for all steps of the process. And we really wanted to make sure that you had access to all of what you needed to go through a full flow. So if we approve the return, not everyone gets their returns manually approved, but if we just start at requested. Most of you will start their flow at approved. So this might take a minute. We're integrated with Canada Post on our staging account. There you go.
There you go.
So the label is here, and now you have access to the cost of the label right there, the carrier. You can download the label right inside of the dashboard. And we also kept all the information on the order, so you link directly to Shopify as it used to do. And we also have all the information on the customer. So this is Carson's account right here.
Yes.
And of course, your policy. So the return window, the fee that's going to get applied, and the payment method. So once we confirm that the package was received, something that I found was really important, and it's a tiny change that we made, is that we've pre-clicked all of the inventory controlled questions. This is just to reduce the amount of clicks that you need to go through a whole return. We know that most of the time the control questions will actually be true, so you only have to click if there's some cleaning to do or if something's wrong with the return. And if it is, switches to the little red color right here. And as you can see, you still have access to your tracking number right here. So we kept all of that information on the label so that you could still continue tracking or looking for that information if you needed it. And the last step of the process. So we've made it here a lot more easier for you guys to understand that you can edit all of those variables. So if you need to change anything to override your policy, like if that customer was not happy and you want to remove the fee, it's always something that you can do, and everything gets recalculated automatically. You can also decide to change the refund method as it used to be, and you keep all of that information here. And that's still available right there. And if you issue the gift card, there you go. And there you go. So that's the last view. What was originally here, the information, we've switched it to here so that we could keep information on the product, quantities, the return reasons right there. So you still have that information after the refund was made, which we know was a big issue for some of you. And you keep all of the information you need. Another thing that is really important that we've added is the archive button inside of the return. We know some of you guys had some returns that were stuck under controlled, but were actually refunded. And that will allow you to archive the return from there and not have to deal with those returns that are stuck anymore. Great. So maybe one last thing about the flow that I think is really cool is if you go inside of the return view, we've put dynamic links right here. So if you want to go back directly under the Receive tab, something that's possible. And it makes it way easier for you guys to navigate the app. So it's something that we thought would make it easier for you guys and would increase your productivity. So maybe the last thing I want to go over before I hand things over to Carson is the settings. We've actually remade the whole settings page to make it a bit more easier for you guys to know what information is where. So we've separated the editors from the settings. As you can see, we have now the portal editor and the policy editor, but then account settings and return settings. So we wanted to make sure that the information was easily available for you guys. I'm going to take a couple of minutes to wait for you guys if you have any questions on the new flow, on the dashboard. I just want to repeat that we have conserved all the old features, so we wanted to make sure that you could still use the app as you have been using it for the past couple of months. But we wanted just to add a couple of links, add a couple of UI changes to make sure that it was easier to use. Okay, great. So there's a slight delay. I wanted to wait for you guys if you had any questions, but I don't think any are coming up right now. I just want to repeat, we're also checking the live chat, so just write in your questions in there and we'll be answering them as we go. Carson?
Yeah, so I'll take the lead for the remaining part of the demo. So Clara just showed you a bit what the new dashboard looks like and how it resembles the old dashboard in terms of functionality. Now what I want to go with is the new features that we have that are currently in development. A few of them are already in beta, the others are still in alpha. So we'll be showing you just a bit of everything so that you guys can see what we've been working on in the past few months. So we can start with analytics. So we currently have new reports now. For some merchants, they already have access to these new reports. For others, they don't because this is in beta. It's part of our advanced analytics add-ons that we'll be releasing hopefully soon. What's interesting with these, for example, the current one for me that is the most interesting is the most returned SKUs. So with this, you can actually see which product or which SKU has been returned the most within the past 7, 30, or 90 days. In our demo store, for example, we have this SKU that has been returned quite a few times, 97 units in total. We can actually click on this SKU, which will bring us to another report, which is the return reasons. So now you know that as a merchant, you know that this SKU has been returned 97 times. Now you want to know why it has been returned. So it brings you to this other report that tells you the reasons why this SKU has been this product has been returned. So you can see that for the most part for this item, for clients or our dummy clients, actually not real clients, style was a very deciding factor why they decided to return the item. So with these reports in hand, we hope that as a merchant, you guys can have more visibility on how to improve your or reduce your return rates with all this information available to you.
I see we have one question. Thank you, Raf, for sending in your question. To have access to the beta advanced analytics, you can just reach out to me directly inside of the chat, or you can always send us emails at support@returnmagic.com. I'll be there to answer, and I can just activate the beta for you. So it's really easy on my end to do it for you. It'll take a couple minutes, and it won't affect anything else on the app. So don't worry about it. It shouldn't affect your settings or anything.
Great. So I'll continue on with our next feature that we have, which is pretty interesting, multi-language capability. So for some of our merchants, even though we know that Shopify doesn't support multi-language, you can have multi-language on your shops with Shopify apps. So we decided that we also wanted to support that. So we have another feature that is also in beta, which is multiple languages. So with this, you can select the different languages available currently in Return Magic, and depending on the client's locale, we'll show the proper language. So if they're in France, for example, then we'll show the French version, or if they're in Canada, well, then they can either select the English USA or French Canadian, and so on. So that's something that we've been working on, and we're really excited to have this released soon.
Yeah, that's going to be super cool. We hope you guys like it. It's going to be part of a paid add-on as well. So we haven't actually released it yet, but it's coming. So if you want to be part of the beta, we're going to have to activate the new dashboard for you and activate this as well. So it'll be a couple steps, but just let me know again. I can do it for you. So just send us an email.
Yeah, I forgot to mention this, but yeah, for most of the features that we're showing you right now, all of them are, or most of them are only available in the new dashboard. We're slowly phasing out the old dashboard, and because we're tight on resources, we can't really develop for both the old and new dashboard. And anyhow, we're planning to release the new dashboard fully to everyone very soon.
Yeah, it's coming very soon.
I think we can also discuss about these bars that are in that are showing. So this obviously is won't be shown to you at all, the staging environment. This is just because we're developing, so it's for us developers to know in which environment we're currently working on. However, the second one, the purple one, this is an interesting one. So this is what we call the status bar. So we know that label generation can be an issue for both the merchants and for ourselves and for the clients. And sometimes, or most of the times, the merchant doesn't know what's going on when the label hasn't been generated automatically, right? So we wanted to add more visibility in terms of that and more transparency. So for instance, if let's say ShipStation is currently experiencing some difficulties, then from the app, you would know that ShipStation is experiencing some difficulties, which in turn would cause some difficulty generating automatic labels. So you would know actually what the heck is going on throughout the whole process.
Yes, and this will link as well to our status page. So that's not the case right now, but basically you'll be able to click right here and go see directly on a status page for more information. We also will give you a link to the ShipStation status page or the EasyPost status page. So there's a lot of different carriers and providers to keep track of. We're going to try and be as transparent as we can. We'll also be posting right here all the information on when we do new releases, so that you guys can be aware of this as soon as the new features are out. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it for the status page. I think we can go next with the carrier integrations. We currently only have ShipStation and EasyPost, but we're working with 2 different other providers for more possibilities. For our Canadian merchants, we have Canada Post. We have a partnership with them now, so that's super cool. What this entails is that we'll be, for all merchants, whether they're from the commercial or the business side, a client of Canada Post, will have access to return labels. So what's interesting about that is that returns label will only cost you when the label has been scanned. So in terms of cash flow, that might be super interesting for you. So that's one partnership that we have with Canada Post that's super interesting. We know that this feature usually is only available for commercial users of Canada Post, but using our integration, all clients from Canada Post will have access to the return labels. So that would be super cool. Another one that we're working on right now, but we don't have anything to show with yet, is Shippo. So Shippo is something that we're really looking forward to implement and integrate with them. It'll give us a lot of more features.
Yeah. With Shippo, it's going to be really cool. We're going to be able to automate the international labels. We're going to be able to do some real-time tracking. So we're super excited to release those. Those 2 features will also be part of a paid add-on. So we'll let you know when that's out. But we're very, very excited to be able to automate all of that for you guys. Okay.
Yeah, and I think lastly we want to talk about the last feature that we have been working on, which is in the portal editor. You can see that we have the color and style, which is what you guys have access to in the old dashboard. However, we have this new feature called header and footer, which is basically content above and below the return frame. So if you wanted to customize like wording, you'll be able to do so now. You can add links. You could customize it to how you'd like to. You can add bold. You can and for customers who have access to the multi-language add-on, you can customize it per language as well. So this is a feature that we've been working on. In terms of functionality, this is working. We're just tweaking a few UI stuff just to make this a bit prettier. But this is a feature that we're releasing very shortly, and we're very excited about it. We know a few merchants have been asking about this, how they can customize the portal. So we're finally delivering.
Yeah, we're super excited about that. It's been very, very highly requested. I know you guys want to add your return policy in there. You want to add maybe a bit more details about how the return process is going to go. So you're going to be able to do all of that right on the portal. So that's going to be pretty cool. And I'm really excited to see what you guys do with it. So there you go. That's pretty much all that we wanted to show you today. I know we went through a lot of different things. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the live chat. Maybe if you want to ask us as well on Black Friday, we know it's coming. We know it's going to be a stressful time for all of you, but also a very exciting time. We're very excited as well. And we've made sure everything is ready on our end. We'll also be doing a code freeze so that we don't change anything on the platform a couple of days before Black Friday, so we make sure that everything's working well when you guys need it. So yeah, just let us know if you have any questions, and if not, we'll say goodbye, and we hope to hear from you very soon.
And just a little reminder, if you want to be part of the dashboard, the new dashboard, you can always contact Clara through the chat, and we'll set you up on the new dashboard. We're planning to do currently around 10% of our user base is on the new dashboard. We're planning to increase that to maybe 40–50%. If even after that you're still not part of it, then you can always, like I said, feel free to contact Clara through the chat to be manually added to the new dashboard.
For sure.
Okay, well, I think that's it from our side. It doesn't seem that anyone has any questions. So on that end,
Yeah.
thank you very much
It was,
for.
it was great talking to you guys.
Yeah, thank you very much for being part of the webinar. We're very excited about this, and yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.